you can see.
It's really taking it off and putting it on that's the thing.
Here, look, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Sorry, we gotta put this in. It's still warm. Thank you.
Do you need help?
Okay. Fix it.
I'm fixing it. Calm down.
Look how awful.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Pardon, je ne dis pas bonjour. Je ne suis pas toujours ici.
Around the rough and rugged, rock the ragged, rascal, rude and rat.
I think one of the things that's special about Austin High Theater is that it has been around forever, and it has been known to be excellent forever.
This is the oldest theater, like this side of the Mississippi or in Texas.
There's such tradition, such a great legacy of good theater here.
You feel like you're upholding a tradition that's been going on for a really, really long time.
This is really my home. I have lived here and dedicated myself to so many things here. It's become what I believe in.
We're running this act right here. Part 1, Act 2. Go home tonight, study it. If you're able to get through it, I'll let you all go to the Westlake game. If not, then so be it. Our production's far more important to me than the Westlake football game.
The show's going at an intense, explosive rate.
I think we're all struggling with it too, just because there's so many new people who don't know.
All this talk is like, theater's so good here, theater's great, the department here is wonderful, and I'm just like, I don't know that yet.
A lot of these freshmen and sophomores have no idea what's about to happen.
The worst thing in the world would be to have people come, watch our play, and then in the car on the way home say something to the effect of, man, with all the rehearsal time they put in, that should have been a lot better. Let's make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm nervous and apprehensive, and I hope it does well, but I'm not sure if it's going to.
When I say let's go,
I'm really nervous, actually. I know it's going to come together. We always say that it's going to come together because people eventually realize that they're going to look really dumb if they don't know what they're doing.
It's pretty embarrassing when we're not sure what scene is next or where to sit in a transition. Now, granted, we haven't really done this before. I will cut you some slack, but I'm not going to harp on the lines thing, but to cut someone slack for being 17 days behind is absurd.
Nobody wants to be bad. And there is no worse feeling than going on a stage in front of a live audience and sucking.
7 days is not a long time until we open. But once we get going, we get going. And I think that we'll really improve very quickly.
When I get excited about a play, I forget about eating and drinking. I want to work on a play. And, of course, I'm 38 and they're 14, but I expect them to be like that, and they're not, especially the freshmen. It's a struggle. They're goofy, some of them.
Billy is a very interesting person to be directed by. He's very picky and very exact. He wants things a certain way, and he wants them the right way. Like, he's good. He knows what he's doing.
You can get there. You know why it's not good? Because you don't believe it yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Okay, y'all go get a drink, you two. Okay.
We have 6 weeks to put on a play that was originally 8 hours long, that we have no idea how long it is now, and we're putting it on, and that's just the end of it. But the middle part that gets crazy is when you have half of a 35-man cast who has never done a play before, especially one under an intense director who pushes you to the limit and makes you perform in a professional manner.
No one can be mad at him. I mean, he's Dragoo. He's great. He's so funny, and just when you think that he's going to, scream at you and I don't know, kill you, he always has some funny anecdote or analogy that just kind of so trademark of him.
You want to eat the Jell-O, but you can't eat it until it all gels. And right now we got the little carrots and stuff floating around in syrup. We don't eat that kind of Jell-O.
Once Jell-O becomes solid, Jell-O stays Jell-O.
But it ain't solid.
The show is coming along. We're really just trying to get everything together right now, and it's just hard because it's a huge show. We have like 33, 32 people in it, and it's just a huge show.
It's cliche, but you really are only as good as the worst person. I mean, I'm the type of person when I go see a show, and maybe this says a lot about my character, but I'll remember the one guy that was particularly bad. And so I think building that esprit de corps and that ensemble really helps people have ownership, and it makes them want to excel. It's hard. But if they feel like a family, they will work harder.
Now I must...
Dragoo is great. I've known him like, I don't know, a month and a half almost, and he just felt like a father. He's a good guy. He's one of my teachers, and he's real inspiring. I mean, he's great.
Theater has a certain smell, and I have a very hypersensitive nose. It smells like I don't know. It smells like home.
I love the theater, and I'd love to have it as something I do all my life, and I'm sure I will.
It's amazing to me how it is 10 o'clock, and I didn't get any sleep last night, and I had 2 tests today, but I'm so energized and so happy and optimistic because I felt like we had such a good rehearsal.
Circle, you mentioned, is something that's just so sacred because it's kind of that time when you have this energy as a group. I think that's the first part of that coming together to create this beautiful piece of art.
So, we will make it. I'm absolutely certain this show will be very good. You keep working like that, and I guarantee you it will be. So let's come in tomorrow and have a good rehearsal, and then we'll deal with Friday then, okay? All right, very good. 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Do you need help?
Okay.
I'm
fixing it. Calm down.
I look awful. Oh, I'm so nervous.
Oh, it already looks much better.
Okay, they're out there. 154 at last count. They're expecting good things, you guys. Remember this. It's about the power of storytelling. You know how magicians go out there and they say abracadabra? You know why they say that? They say that because it's an old Aramaic term that means I will create as I speak. That's what you're doing. I will create as I speak. We have rehearsed this. We're good. Let's go prove it. 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
There once lived in a sequestered part of the county of Devonshire one Mr. Godfrey Nickleby, who, rather late in life,